If you have traveled anywhere internationally, you probably know what this little booklet is. Well, this is a passport. This is a booklet that allows you to move between countries and identify yourself as a person and citizen of a specific area and nationality. But if you've ever wondered to yourself, well, how did we get here? To having to use the little booklet to go to any country I wanted. Well, today I'm going to explain to you the history of a passport. Now, in the early ages, a passport wasn't really a thing. I mean, you moved between kingdoms and borders. There wasn't really much control on them. The only occasional time they would be used is for special diplomatic missions. Like, for example, in the early ages of China, when the Chinese emperor wanted to negotiate with the Mongolian warlords above him, he would give papers to his diplomats ensuring their safe arrival and return, meaning that they could not get detained or attacked. And one of the earliest recorded stories of this was by Nehemiah, an official servant serving the king, Artaxerxes of Persia. In this, he requested to go to Judea, in which the king accepted his offer and gave him a slip of paper that requested safe passage as he moved throughout his journey. And this is how it went on for many, many years of our human civilization. No one really cared if you moved between borders. You're just moving. But starting in the 1800s, when we started to have official borders, passports started to become a thing. Although not officially required yet, certain countries like the US would give them out to merchants, elites, or anybody who needed to identify themselves when entering a different country with a large amount of money or trade goods. And these passports were usually just travel documents, saying that you were an official person of this country. But starting in World War I, when all sudden countries started to care about borders and where their people lay, passports became mandatory. Because as World War I progressed, the borders began to be militarized, and governments would actually want to check you as you're coming in to make sure you weren't coming in with anything illegal or possibly dangerous to the country, kind of to make sure that you weren't really a spy. And after this war, the League of Nations standardized the tiny book format for all countries. And the main problem was, around this time, many people started to believe in the idea of nationalism and patriotism for their own country. I mean, before you would be with a king or a monarch who would constantly switch borders with other kings, you didn't really care. But now with new republics being established like the Republic of Italy, France, and the USA, nationalism became a thing, and people wanted you to show papers to identify which country you were from. And in the end, after 1945, passports became universally mandated for you to go anywhere